Hi, my name is Lim Xiuying. Our group consists of me, Chu Hui Ling, and Eugene Ui. We are developing a 2-in-1 reader where it combines text file reader and newspaper reader. So I'll be starting off with the user interface. Currently, the emulator are displaying the homepage of the mobile phone. So we go to menu, and this is our apps, MoofyRead. So let's click into it. The start off page will be my document. So we can click on the navigation bar. Here we have divided into 3 parts. For the first part will be my document and favorites. This part will be representing the text file reader. So for my document, we are embedded with web viewer that shows Google and enable user to log in to their Google Drive and go to favorite. Currently, there is no data in the database, but when user add data, it will be shown as a list of document name with the author. And the second part will be the reading corner, which is representing the newspaper part. So the first will be the star. Click into it and it will show the page of the news of the star. And on above, there's two buttons, which is one will be representing a previous that can go to another page, and here will be the next page. So total we have 3 newspapers for now, and the last part will be setting. For the setting, there's a text box that enable user to insert their username, and below that is the release note of the apps that includes the update details. So when user want to exit, there's an icon here. Click the icon, it will ask user to confirm whether they want to exit or not, and if they press yes, then it will exit the apps. For my document page, we use WebView to show Google Drive page and allow user to log into their Google Drive. So if you are not logged in to any account, it will show the login page of the Google Drive. But if you have any account already logged into the Google Drive, it will show as a list. So now we click to the account and log in. And it will display the documents in your Google Drive, and your user are able to sort by name, last modified by me, last opened by me, and storage use. And user are also able to view the recent document and start document, and also search by name. Moving to the source code, this is the source code for the my document fragment, and here will be the creating of the web view, and it is point to load this URL. For the bottom part, it is a alert dialog that will pop up when users are not connected to the internet, and it will shows please check your internet connection and try again. Then move to the resource file. So here will be the web view, and the page is accessed by our file fragment, which is this file. Let's move on to favorite. It shows no data here because currently there's no record in SQLite database. So when user click plus here, it will go to another page that allows user to insert document title. Okay. So insert to the database, it will show insert successfully, and it will show the document you insert into the database here as a recycle view. Let's try another record with no document title. So if the document title is empty, it will show an error and require document title to be inserted. Once everything is inserted, it will insert to the database, and it will show at the favorite page. Let's look at the source code. So first, we will go to database helper, which is the SQLite open helper. So the database is created here, and the table favorite constructor. Next, create the database and the table. And I'm creating the database where they will drop the older version of the table and insert and create a new version. So here will be insert data. The document name and author will be insert, and the document ID will be auto-incremented. And last part will be retrieve all data, where the cursor will go through every single record. Then we will go to favorite adapter. So here is where we work with displaying the data to the card view So here, the variable is assigned to each variable, and then the variable will display the text. And let's go to the favorite fragment. It will show the page of the fragment page and create a recycler view and a button to add data, and also display the data. Here will be the display data, the function of display data. So it will get the string from the cursor and insert into the text view. And if there's no record in the data, it will show no data. So this is the on-click listener for the add record button. So when they click the add record, it will go to another activity which is called add activity. And it will assign the text box to the variables and then test whether if the text box is empty. And if everything is good, it will insert the data to the database.
Hi everyone, my name is Hoylin and I will continue the explanation for our app. As you can see, there are a few fragments over here, which is the settings fragment, the start fragment, the Straits Times fragment, as well as the sun fragment. And under the reading corner, there will be 3 types of newspapers, which is the Star, the Straits Times, as well as the Sun. So let us take a look at the Star fragment. Okay, so first, it shows what we need to import, and then we extend the fragment. The onCreate view means that it will create and return the view hierarchy associated with our fragment. Then we link the Star fragment to the XML, and then it will have the web view and also the URL for the Star newspaper. For this one, on receive error, it means that reporting loading error, and then it will show and create an alert dialog showing that the user needs to check the internet connection and load again. We also have the buttons, which connect the newspapers together using Find View by ID. We can see that when we click the previous button, it will back to the previous newspaper's page. And now I'm going to run the emulator. Okay, so this is how our app looks like for the Star. We'll have 2 buttons, and when we click the Sun, it will bring us to the Sun website, and when we click on the Straits Times, it will link us to the Straits Times website. And when we click previous button, it will go back to the previous newspapers that we have selected. And this one, WebViewController.java, it means that when we want to control over where a click link load, we should create our own WebView client that overrides the should override URL loading method. Therefore, we can connect to the links that are available on the internet. Okay, so for example, if we are interested in this one, in this article, we can click in and we can view it. Okay, and then it will continue. Same like what we view in the browser. Same as it goes for the Straits Times. Okay, it will go to the Sun, and then the Star, and then we can click on it. Okay, same as it goes for this one, the Straits Times and the Star. Okay, so that's all for our newspapers part. Now I will continue the settings part. Okay, so the next thing is the settings fragment. We declare the edit text field buttons as well as the string, and we also use shared preferences. Then they'll be connected to the XML using Find View by ID for the text view button as well as the string. And for this one, set on click listener, it means that when a user clicks on the change button, the text view will be changed, and then if the user clicks the save button, the data will be saved. And we will have load data function, update views function. For the save data function, it will have the toast message after the user clicks the save button. It will show that your changes have been saved. And for the load data, we are using the shared preferences in the mode private, same as the save data. After that, it will update the views in the text view. Okay, so I'm going to run the emulator. Okay, so here is the settings, and this is the hidden enter username. And let's say I enter my nickname as Casey, then I click change, it will update here, and when I click save, it will show the toast message that the changes have been saved. Let's say we want to exit the app. When we click no, it will remain at the same page, and if we click yes, we will exit the app. Okay, so start the app again, and we go to settings. Okay, so here is the updated name, and let's try another one, Jasmine. If let's say we click the change button only without the save button, let's see what it will happen. Okay, so exit, and then we go to here again, settings. Okay, so it will not save. It will save the previous and previous one, which is Casey, as we do not press the save button for Jasmine. Okay, so next one I will show the error that will appear when there is no internet connection. Okay, so now let's see what will happen when we close the Wi-Fi and the mobile data. Okay, now we are going to run our apps. Okay, it will show this one. Check your internet connection and try again. And then we click OK, it will back to the document. Same as it goes for the star. Okay, and the Straits Times, the sun. Okay, and then we turn on the Wi-Fi and see what will happen. It takes time to load the page. Okay, so we have done, and yeah, it can work as usual. Okay, no issues. And so that's all for the settings part. Okay, so we are in the main activity right now, and here are the things that we need to import. And this one is extend app compact activity. We'll have on create options menu, on support navigate up, on options item selected. And for this one, we'll link all the ID using find view by ID and then r.id.something. For this one, we will link the navigation, like all files for my documents, favorites, the star, the Straits Times, the sun, as well as the settings. And then we set up everything. After that, create the options menu and then navigate up. And this one is the exit function. For this one, an alert dialog will show if we click the exit button. The exit icon. And then for this one, set message, we will have the get string, r.string.exit message. Here we use get string, but here we use r.id without get string, because for this one we need to translate it later on when we change the display settings in our phone. Because we are using two different languages in our app, which is the Chinese and English. There are two types of different languages in our app. So for those that needs translation, we will use get string and then r.something like usual. Okay, so after that, the alert dialog will show and then it will return the on support navigate up, which is this one. Okay, so that's all for the main activity part, and I'm passing to my group member.
Hi, I'm Eugene from Group 16. Today I'm going to present about the layout of the XML file and how we change to Chinese and the darkening the night mode. I'm going to show the code. First of all, I'm going to show about the icons, the files drawable inside here. So basically, this is all the files for the icons. Then we're going to show about the layout. So this is basically the layout for the activity head. It's the one linked to the favorites. To the favorites, layout will be called there. And then the next one is the activity main. So this is basically our navigation bar. Shows the navigation bar and the drawable layout, and then into navigation header main, which is over here. The drawer. Next one is basically the web view, linked to the main activity as well. And the content is basically the same. Then the all files are the web view. And basically it's linked to over here. The web files as what we call now is a my document in the navigation bar. And then the favorites is in a recycle view. And these are the let's say add button over here. So we link the icons over here, and the next one is the settings. So basically these are the buttons for the change, save, and so you can edit the text, and these are the descriptions, and so on. Next one is the reading corner, the design, the layout for the reading corner, the XML file. And basically these are the buttons, then the view. Basically, it's the same for the rest of the news. And this navigation head one that is linked to the activity main, head of the navigation bar. And these are the recycle view rows, the one that is linked to the favorites. And the icon. Once you enter the name of the file, it will appear over here. The author name. Get to the values. So these are the night themes, the night modes. If the night mode is on, the color will turn to black, the screen, the background will turn to black, and if it's a night, just a normal one, white background, purple navigation bars, and then the strings. This one is the you are able to change the language in the emulator or the phone. And inside the apps, you will also change the language. This is the English language. Menu. This is the activity main drawer, the one that is linked to the layouts now. So basically, my documents, favorites, and then on by the reading corner. This one, the reading corner. Then settings. This is the head of the apps, and this is the exit button. The icon, and this is basically the exit. Then continue on with the emulator. So once turn on the emulator, navigate to the MoofyRead apps, and these are the icons. Here. Here. Go to the exit. In order to change the display settings to night mode, you have to on deductive manually in the settings, or you have manually up there. And then get back to the app. Basically, all what you see are the night mode. The screen become dark. If you want to change to a Chinese version, to the Chinese language, you have to navigate to the settings and change it to Chinese. All of this will change to Chinese as well. Instead of English, you'll change to Chinese language, and basically that's it.